Hello everyone and welcome to a new SEGA News Bits. I'm your host George, with me is Barry.
I think. Hi.
Today we're talking about Valkyria Azure Revolution, or as it's known here, Valkyria Revolution.
Thank God.
It was just announced, that it's coming west. And it's coming for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation Vita, and yes, the Vita still exists, and the Xbox One. And it's kind of hard because this is kind of like a spin-off title. If you guys ever played Valkyria 1 through 3, we've been talking too much about Yakuza.
Yeah.
It's on my mind.
Yeah.
They're SRPG titles. And so it's turn-based. You would put your squad where you wanted them. You would shoot in real time. But this one is more action with some tactical stuff put in. There was 2 demos that came out. Battle Demo 1.0 and Battle Demo 2.0, and they both got negative responses from Japanese audiences. So I'm very surprised that it's coming over here. Are you surprised it's coming over here, and what's your opinion on the name change?
Well, first off, if I'm surprised, yes and no. I feel like after the big Yakuza news hit with Yakuza Kiwami and Yakuza 6 coming to the West, this didn't surprise me as much, but like you said, you know, it's a game that's not being well received, at least in terms of the demos over in Japan. But hey, you know, the PC version and the PS4 version sold well of the remastered original. So I mean, maybe Sega has long-term plans. Maybe there's a Valkyria Chronicles 4 on the horizon, and they want to keep the franchise active in other territories.
That's actually one of the things I want to talk about. Okay, so they announced it. Okay, when they first announced the game, it was only for PlayStation 4. And then they announced it, and then they did the first demo, and then when the feedback came in and it was bad, they said they were going to fix it. And then they re-announced another demo and that it was coming for Vita. And now that they announced it for the West, they announced it for Xbox One. You think they should probably focus on fixing the feedback of people instead of adding all these new versions of the game?
My guess is that the PS Vita and the PS4 ones are being handled by Japan, obviously, and then maybe the Xbox One version, it's either very easy to port, or maybe Sega West, like Sega of America, aka Atlas in disguise, is doing more of the work on the Xbox One side. Maybe, or maybe they're hiring out a third party to do the work. You also did mention the title. I just wanted to touch on that very quickly. SEGA News Bits listeners probably are well aware that George and I sometimes have trouble saying Valkyria Azure Revolution. I just had trouble saying it. And so when Sega announced this, you know, they give little tidbits in their press releases for our eyes to share with you. And so they touched on this. And so they said that when the first game was localized, the Japanese name was literally Valkyria of the Battlefield, and they changed it to Valkyria Chronicles for the West. So with this new game, the spin-off, is Valkyria of the Blue Revolution, which is technically, you know, like Valkyria Azure Revolution. And they decided to simplify it so it's Valkyria Revolution. So you've got the Chronicles games, and then you're going to have the Revolution game. And I think that's smart, because, I mean, we've seen other games do that. We've seen Yakuza just with the numbering. We've seen Sonic with, you know, Sonic Lost World, Sonic Generations. So this is smart. I don't, not to go too off on a tangent, but, you know, remember 7th Dragon 3 code VFD. Like, that's a mouthful. And I really think they should have simplified that to 7th Dragon code VFD.
That's true. They should have, but they didn't.
Yeah.
I was going to say, what is your thoughts on it coming to Xbox One, but somehow skipping the PC, at least for now?
I mean, maybe it's just a ease of porting to the Xbox One from the PS4. That is a good point, though, because the PC version of Valkyria Chronicles Remastered was a very big seller.
Yeah, it's done 872,000 copies, so almost reaching the million mark. And yes, it's been heavily discounted, but the name is out there, you know? People have played this game and they liked it. Who knows, they might not like this new one, but
yeah,
like we said before, this game is a spin-off game, so everything in this game is new. It's nothing to do with the old games. It's kind of how Sega used to do spin-off games back in the old days with, like, They did like Golden Axe Warrior, which was like a Zelda clone on the Master System. They used to do this all the time, and now I guess they're doing it again. What is your like thoughts on just leaving the world behind and starting fresh?
Well, I mean, we've had Valkyria Chronicles 2 and 3 both.
Yeah.
2 came to the US, correct? But that was on PSP. 3 never made its way over here. Meanwhile, the did some games, like, didn't Project X Zone reference them? I'm drawing a blank.
No.
Maybe not.
No, but they were in that Fighting Climax game that Sega released.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, and so I feel like, I mean, this is a gamble, because this is not going to be more Valkyria Chronicles. And I think, if anything, they should have made a Valkyria Chronicles 2 remake, or Valkyria Chronicles 2 and 3 remake.
Yeah.
I think that would be a smarter move.
They should have spent their time doing that, but Valkyria Chronicles 3 came out in 2011, so it's been half a decade since a new entry into the franchise. So this is going to be the new entry, and it feels like they kind of want to go the Final Fantasy 15 route with the real-time combat. I don't know if it's going to pay off. It doesn't seem like it's paying off in Japan. We had people go to TGS and they did a preview on it. They didn't like it either. So we'll see how the final product turns out.
I have high hopes for the game. I mean, it sounds like we're being down on it, but I really do hope it's a fun game. And maybe it is. Maybe people are approaching this with the Valkyria Chronicles mindset, and they need to drop that and join the revolution. Though I guess this is one interesting thing. Remember Sonic Project 2017 with the Resistance Revolution?
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to call it Sonic Resistance or Sonic Revolution now that this game's coming out.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But you guys could let us know what you guys think about this news. Do you guys miss the old SRPG format that this franchise had? Are you going to give this game a chance? What console are you going to buy it on? Or handheld? Let us know in the comments below.